my lure. Hopefully we get that in picture here. And I'm at the pond. Gonna give it a couple casts. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we catch a fish on this.
Wait a minute. How did we get to that point? Reverse!
Magical Balloon Dude Dale here, and today I'm playing around with my fishing stuff. I got these little jigs in here that have these little grass skirts, and they're supposed to actually fold over and hide the hook. And they're just cheap little lures that I picked up at Walmart. And today I'm going to use some balloons, and I'm going to see if I can repair them, see if I could actually make one that is cool enough to actually catch a fish. And this is my second video of me doing this. Let me close this off here. Not hook myself. That's rule number one. So I'm going to make a grass skirt, and these grass skirts that cover up the hook, basically it swims this way, this is flapping around, and the fish comes and bites the grass skirt. And if you've seen my other video that I made a fishing lure out of balloons, today I'm going to use the 160 balloons. We're going to use the Qualatex balloons here. I want to use this nozzle end, and I want to use these nozzles. These are going to be the actual rubber bands that I use to hold on the actual grass skirt here. So let's get creative. Let's try something that I don't know if it's ever been done before. Let's cut that nozzle off. And I want half it here. So I only want half the skirt because that should be big enough. When I tried doing this once before, I found that I had air in the balloons. If you watch that video, you see that the balloon actually floats. And I need to basically cut these so there's no air gaps or air gets in. And let's see, I'm going to use a couple different colors here. Let's go with white. And then cut the end off here again. It's more of a craft show, it seems like, nowadays. But I'm just playing with balloons. I got time on my hands. As you know, COVID has kicked in and entertainers have a lot of time on their hands, and we have some balloons, and it's like, can I use these balloons for fishing? And that's what I'm trying to do today. So do me a favor, if you like to fish, leave me a comment. What's the biggest fish you've ever caught? I'd love to hear your fish story. I mean, you know, the story about catching a fish, it's about this big. This is the real size of the fish, but it looks really good when you go like this. This is how big it was. The other thing I want to do, I really have to do this. I want to take one of, like a small doll and put it next to the fish so the fish looks really large. I've seen some videos of that where that looks cool. Just play around with the videos and the fish just to give different dimensions. I thought it, be different. Let's go. I mean, I have dark colors here. I have blue. Maybe I'll put in pink. Looking for something that's a little colorful that the fish will... Again, I don't know if fish actually are going to see the colors. I know they're not colorblind. They could actually see the colors. But it's a way of using balloons in a different way than we normally think of. Let's see if I fold this over. I think that'll be a nice grass skirt. Now the question is, I need to get it over this there's a little hub right there. This is where that hub is. And I need to put the balloons over that. I'm going to take one more yellow balloon. For some reason I'm gravitating to the yellow. And I'm going to use a good old castrating tool to put this over. Let's do this. Half it again. I probably could have put all these together and done them at once, but I wasn't thinking that way. Now, I want to be able to put that on and come over. So, thinking of this idea first. Let me similar to the way I made the graduation tassel or tassel, depending on how you want to say it. My wife kept correcting me. I'm going to use just the nozzle and a little extension. I want to put this over all these balloons to keep them nice and tight together. Probably, let me see here, I'm going to take this white balloon, this is the nozzle of the balloon, I'm just going to put it over there and use that as a rubber band. Because really, that's all that they use on these. This right here, I mean, let's see here, he's all knotted up, tangled up. These things, I hate these things because these little rubber bands just are all over the place. But they have a little rubber band right here. It's hard to see. It's just a little rubber band that holds that on. So why can't I just reproduce it using a balloon? In fact, that's basically all balloons are, is big glorified rubber bands. So I want to that wasn't good. I just broke the rubber band, which actually it's not a rubber band. I just broke the nozzle of the balloon, showing that they're strong, but not as strong as I anticipated that to be. So let's try that again. I want to get all these together. Make sure I don't clamp my finger down there. That's going to hurt. Let's see here. There we go. Up. Roll that off. Another reason why to have a castrator is just gonna pull. It's a little tool to play with. I know a lot of balloon artists have them. We don't think about them just except for that one use that we're using. So now that I have it this way, I want to be able to put half these balloons through. Fold it down. And we need to take and use alright. Basically, I'm just doing the graduation tassel all over. If you haven't seen that, just go out and watch that video. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. Let's try that again here. Another one on. You got neighbors, if you hear the lawn, I got neighbors cutting the lawn. It's a beautiful day outside. We just had a couple thunderstorms just roll through. No rain, just a really strange event there. So I'm gonna probably go off and try this. Alright, we have. Whoa! Watch out, toes. Don't drop your tools on the floor, as Mom would say. Mom has a lot of rules. I'm not talking about my wife, I'm talking about Mom. Alright, here we go. I'm going to slide this a little farther down here. Again, folks, this isn't my typical balloon instruction video. You could go out there and find those on the playlist or where I'm talking about virtual programs. This is just me having some fun fishing, which is one of my favorite hobbies to do. It's one of my favorite pastimes to do. I can't wait to read your fishing stories that you put down there. Biggest fish you ever caught? Mine was if you follow me on my Facebook page, for my close friends out there, I'm a carp fisher. I like fishing for carp. They get nice and big. The biggest carp I have, I think, is over 10 pounds. I don't think it was 15 pounds. I'm going to say 12 pounds. That was a big, fun, chunky fish. Biggest bass I ever caught was up in Door County, Wisconsin. It was a smallmouth. And it was probably 18, I'm not going to say 18 inches, that's too long. It was probably around 13 to 14 inches, but I kid you not, it fit in my hands this big. It was thick. It was probably the fattest fish I ever caught. It was just a huge. But I've caught some catfish that have been up to 28, 29 inches. Those are always fun to catch. I catch them at my local pond. For some reason, we grow some really big catfish there. I never catch anything small, which I like. Yay! All right, let's get that on. Whoop. I like using this part where I could then roll it off. And there we go. Now, I need to be able to get this on top of that. Now, the way they typically do this is they just slide the hook in. And I have to be careful here because unlike the little bands there, these rubber bands doesn't slide that easy. It wants to get hooked into the balloon because there's much more material here. So let me very carefully out hooking myself. That's the biggest thing whenever you work with hooks, folks, is you want to make sure, ooh, look at this. Oh, that looking nice. Get off that hook though. Don't hook that balloon. There we go. Oh, is that looking nice? But looks are deceiving. Sometimes you can have the ugliest little hooks and they do the greatest job here. Now see, I'm seeing a problem where I'm running into this huge bulb here. And maybe that's why they like to use this small material here. Again, folks, does this actually work? I don't know. I could actually say it's just like a store-bought hook. You buy these beautiful looking hooks, you spend $5, $10, $15 on them, and they catch you 0 fish. Kid shows up with a bucket of worms, and you know he's catching fish after fish after fish. So again, this really, you know, it varies. There we go. This is pretty cool looking. It's going to hit the water like that, splash around, the fish comes up, jumps on it, and it's not going anywhere. It's fairly sturdy, but I want to put another, I'm going to take the excess balloon I have here. Try this again. And I want to put a sleeve over this if I can. This way that will protect any of the balloon. Whoop. Hello. Oh. Let's put this over here real quick. Ah. Nope, that's not going to work. That's... What the heck? These are only balloons. Had them for a while. Another nozzle off here. I know, there's somebody freaking out. Man, you're wrecking those 160 balloons. They're this use-free. I mean, we break so many of them in a day, it doesn't matter. It's just, this is all for fun. Let's see, how can I go through? I want to go through this. There we go. Alrighty. Drop that. Ooh, hook. Hook or be crooked. Isn't that the saying? Hook or be crooked. Alright. Ow! Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to have to find a line that is strong enough to actually use this. Because story was when I first got these, I would do a cast and I'd have really thin line on, only 2-pound test. I'd fling this out there and I would watch this sail across the lake as it broke off my line. So I want to make sure I put a sturdy leader here so it doesn't snap at my leader section. So yeah, this is what I did today. Just using balloon scraps, using the same concept that I did in the tutorial on how to make a graduation tassel. Same concept. This is going to be my fishing lure. Gonna give it a try. If I catch something, I'll definitely post it. So that's it. Be good. Have fun. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I do a lot of weird different stuff using balloons here. Enjoy. Have a good one. Bye-bye.